This is College Board SAT practice test number 2, section 4, questions 1 through 20. Number 1, a musician has a new song available for downloading or streaming. The musician earns 0.09 each time the song is downloaded. Cut. So 0.09D it is. This one, goodbye. This one, goodbye. This guy's cool and this guy's cool. And 0.002 each time the song is streamed. Cut. So 0.002 S, and it's and, so I should be adding these two, not subtracting it. Should be C. Number 2, a quality control manager at a factory selects 7 light bulbs at random for inspection out of every 400 light bulbs produced. Cut. So 7 gets checked out of 400. At this rate, how many light bulbs should be inspected? Cut. So how many should be inspected out of, if the factory produces 20,000 light bulbs? So 20,000 light bulbs. This is a simple proportion. You just have to set up fractions and set them equal like this. So call it X and you can cross multiply. Or guys like me, I'll be like, yo, what happened from 400 to 20,000? It was multiplied by 50. So I would just do the same here, multiply by 50, and that's how I would get 350. Number 3, one end of a spring is attached to a ceiling when an object of mass m kilograms, blah, 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 blah. Don't read any of this garbage. M kilograms, L centimeters. Rest can just go. Just forget it. What is M when L is 73? Simply, L is 73. Just plug it back in. Put 73 into there. So 73 is equal to 24 plus 3.5 M. Subtract 24 on both sides, and I get 49 is equal to 3.5 M. And go ahead and divide by 3.5 on both sides. And when you guys do this, your calculator will give you exactly 14. Just please use your calculator. You're allowed to use it. Number 4, questions 4 and 5 refer to the following information. So let's take a look at this part quickly before we go. The amount of money a performer earns is directly proportional to the number of people attending a performance. Okay. The performer earns $120 at a performance where 8 people attend. $120 where 8 people attend. Okay, here we go. Question 4, how much money will the performer earn when 20 people attend a performance? We just did a problem like this. It's just a simple ratio. Where 8 people attend, he makes $120. So where 20 people attend, how much does he make? It's just a simple proportion. You can set up the fractions to work it like this. And let me try cross multiplying in this question. So call that X, cross multiply. 8X is equal to 20 times 120. Please do not multiply that in your head. We're allowed to use calculator. Divide by 8 and just do that all in your calculator. So X is equal to 300. Or just simply, please, just use calculator. Number 5, the performer uses 43% of the money earned to pay the cost involved in putting on each performance. Cut. So 43% is the cost, aka he takes 57% as the profit. Okay, here we go. The rest of the money earned is a performance profit. Okay, I just got that part. What is the profit? Cut. So we want this part. We're not worried about the cost. We're worried about the profit. The performer makes at a performance where 8 people attend. If we go back to that part over here, 8 people attend, he makes 120. So out of the $120 he makes, he only takes away 57% of it as a profit. So go ahead and multiply by 0.57. And when you guys punch that into your calculator, you will get 68.40. The answer is C. Number 6, when 4 times the number X, cut, 4 times X, so 4X, is added to 12, cut, plus 12, the result is 8, cut, so result is 8. What number results when 2 times X, cut, so 2 times X is added to 7, cut, so plus 7, and that's what? So let's go ahead and solve this. First of all, go ahead and subtract 12 on both sides. Boom. So I get 4x is equal to -4. So divide by 4 on both sides. And boom, x is equal to -1. What do I do with this? Now that we will plug it back into over here. So that will be 2 times -1 plus 7, which is -2 plus 7, which is 5. Answer is B. Number 7, the equation above represents a parabola in the xy plane. Cut. Yes, that does indeed look like a parabola equation. Which of the following equivalent forms of the equation displays the x-intercepts of the parabola as constant or coefficients? So what shows you the x-intercept? Well, what do we know about x-intercept? The y is 0. So what do? Set y equal to 0, and that hell does look like the factoring that we always do. So which is going to be factored into x minus 4 and x minus 2, and that looks like choice D. Number 8, in a video game, each player starts the game with K points. So start with K points and loses 2 points each time a task is not completed. Cut. So -2, -2, -2, on and on and on and on for any incomplete task. If a player who gains no additional points and fails to complete 100 tasks and has a score of 200 points. Cut. Before we go to the score part, we start with K, and this guy fails 100 tasks. Well, you lose 2 points for each task, so that would be K minus 2 times 100, aka K minus 200. And Ann has a score of 200 points. So at the end of the day, after that happens, you got 200 points left. So what is the value of K? Simply just go ahead and add 200 back on both sides, and boom, we get K is equal to 400. Number 9, a worker uses a forklift to move boxes that weigh either 40 pounds or 65 pounds each. Cut. Let X be the number of 40-pound boxes. Cut. So it should be 40X. Which I see it here, I don't see it here, so B's out. I see it here, and I see it here. Okay, next, and Y be the number of 65-pound boxes. Cut. So 65Y. Alright, the forklift can carry up to either 45 boxes. Cut. So it should be up to 45 boxes or less. I see it over here, and I see it over here, and I don't see the 45 here, so D's out too. Now we're between A and C. Or a weight of 2,400 pounds, up to 2,400 pounds. So the pounds were here, the 40 pounds and the 65 pounds. So this one and this one together better be less than or equal to 2,400. So I see it over here. That's cool, but what the hell is this? 45 is not the pounds, that's the number of boxes. So C's out, A must be the answer. Number 10, a function f satisfies f of 2 is 3 and f of 3 is 5. Whatever the hell that means, I don't know. A function g satisfies g of 3 is 2, g of 5 is 6. Okay, whatever. What is the value of f of g of 3? First thing first, if you guys follow the PEMDAS, the parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, well, let's do the parentheses first here. So parentheses is this part right here. What is g of 3? G of 3 is right here. It's basically just a 2. So what do? This thing is just simply f of 2, because g of 3 is 2. And now what the hell is this f of 2? Well, I read it over there. Where? F of 2 is right here. It's 3. So the answer is just 3. Done. Number 11. Tony's planning to read a novel, blah, blah, blah. I'm giving a table up there. I'm just going to ignore the first sentence. If Tony reads at the rates given in the table, which of the following is close to the number of days? How many days it would take Tony to read the entire novel? First of all, let's start with the very top. Number of hours Tony plans to read per day. Yeah, that I probably will definitely need it. The number of parts, I don't know. Number of chapters, I don't know. Number of words Tony reads per minute, well, that tells me how fast he reads. I'm definitely gonna need that. Number of pages in the novel, I don't know. Number of words in the novel, absolutely. So basically, look at all the 3 checks. Let's see if we can get this question done only with those 3 pieces of information that I just put a check on. So let's see. Number of words in the novel, 3, 4, 9, 1, 6, 8. That many words. How fast is he reading? He's reading 250 words per minute. So I can use that as a rate. And first of all, this is words. So I'm going to multiply by 250 words per minute. I will flip this guy. So I will say 250 words on the bottom and then minute on top. This words, I want it to be canceled, so it will leave me however many minutes. So 349168 divided by 250, I got 1396.672 minutes. We are given how many hours he reads per day. So what I'm gonna do is I will grab this and turn it into hours. We're gonna grab that 1396.672 minutes. I forgot the 2, but it doesn't matter. 60 minutes on the bottom and then 1 hour on top. So when you do that, you should get 23.277866667 hours. There we go. Now, that many hours will be needed to read the whole novel. But how many hours is he reading per day? He's only reading 3 hours per day. So what do? Divide this by 3. 23 point, I'll just call it 28 hours. 3 hours per day. And I put the hour on the bottom. So grab that and just divide by 3. And in my calculator, I got exactly 7.7592888 on and on and on and on. Pretty close to 8 days. Number 12. On January 1st, 2000, there were 175,000 tons of trash in a landfill that had a capacity of 325,000 tons. Cut. So they had 175,000 to begin with. Each year since then, the amount of trash in the landfill increased by 7,500 tons. So plus 7,500 plus 7,500, on and on and on and on. So I can go ahead and generalize this to 175,000 plus 7,500x. Okay, so if y represents the time in years after January 1st, 2000, which of the following inequalities describes a set of years where the landfill is at or above capacity? This thing is greater than the capacity, which we were given 325,000. And if you look at this, I don't really need to solve for anything because that exact equation or inequality is in the answer choice D. Number 13, a researcher conducted a survey to determine whether people in a certain large town prefer watching sports on television or to attending sporting events. So basically, you want to watch it on TV or do you want to attend the sporting event? The researcher asked 117 people who visited a local restaurant on a Saturday and 7 people refused to respond. Okay. Which of the following factors makes it least likely that a reliable conclusion can be drawn about the sports watching preferences of all people in the town? I don't know. Sample size, it says. We don't. So we can't say anything about the sample size because we don't even know how many people live in this town. No one knows. So sample size, I can't speak for it. And population size, I just said, we don't know how many people live in this town. I can't speak for those two. The number of people who refused to respond, I mean, only 7 people backed out of 117 people. Is that a big number compared to 117 total people surveyed? I mean, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not, but I can't really speak for that too. But D, where the survey was given, think about it. They did this survey about whether you want to watch your baseball game or football game, whatever, at freaking restaurant on a Saturday. What do you think people at a restaurant on a Saturday are doing? Probably watching a sporting event on TV. So if you ask those people, why do you think they're freaking there? You see, if you wanted to make this survey a fair game, you had to ask some random passengers walking by and be like, yo, you guys like to watch sports on TV or like you actually want to go to the event? So it's completely flawed survey because it is not a fair place that such questions should be asked, and therefore the answer is D. Where the survey was given is the reason why you cannot make a reliable conclusion out of this survey. Number 14. According to the line of best fit in the scatter plot above, which of the following best approximates the year in which the number of miles traveled by the passengers in country X, blah, 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 550 billion. So let's go to 550 billion. That's right there, right between 500 and 600. So keep going until we meet the line. and we meet the line like about right there. So go down, and it seems like how much? I mean, I don't know, like right between 2000 and 2010. That must be 2005 sharp. So we are a little before that, but still past 2000. So something like that, which only C 2003 makes sense. Number 15, the distance traveled by Earth in one orbit around the sun is about that many miles, 580 million miles. Earth makes one complete orbit around the sun in 1 year. So they do that in 1 year. Of the following, which is close to the average speed of the Earth in miles per hour as it orbits around the sun? So first of all, it's already given in 580 million per year. I just want to turn it into per hour. So let's do the unit conversion like we did before. So 580 million, we're going to start with that miles per year. First of all, 1 year is 365 days. 1 day is 24 hours. So check this out. I got the miles and I got the hour. So miles per hour, I'm good to go. This is how I know I did it correctly. So just punch this thing into your calculator. 580 million. Make sure you put the right zeros. Divided by 365 and divided by 24 again. In your calculator, I get exactly 66210.04566. Number 16, the table of blah, 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 blah. Don't read the first sentence. We see the table up there. You don't need to read the first sentence. If one of the surveyed graduates who passed the bar exam is chosen at random for an interview, cut. So are we picking from everybody? Absolutely not. We're only picking from right here. I want everybody to pay attention. Who passed the bar exam? We're only picking from the guys who passed the exam. So this did not pass bar exam part. Just please get it out of your sights. Just don't even look. Just scratch it off of your paper. We're only looking at these people. So out of 25 we're picking, what is the probability that the person chosen did not take the review course? 7 of them. So the answer should be 7 out of 25. The answer is B. Number 17, the atomic weight of an unknown element in atomic mass unit is approximately 20% less. Cut. 20% less means out of 100%, subtract 20%, so 80%. 80% of calcium. So this unknown thing is 0.8 of calcium. The atomic weight of calcium is 40 AMU. Cut. So this atomic weight of calcium right here, calcium is 40 AMU. So I will go ahead and put 40 into where calcium is. Which of the following best approximates the atomic weight? Basically 0.8 times 40, 32. The answer is C. Number 18. A survey was taken of the value of homes in a county, and it was found that the average mean home value was $165,000, and the median, the middle guy, median home value was $125,000. Wait, what? The average is 165, but the median, the middle guy is 125. I mean, just generally speaking, shouldn't the middle guy basically be the average? But it seems like the average is freaking high, but the middle guy is not even that high. So which of the following situations could explain the difference between the mean and median home values in a county? Let me tell you this particular scenario in a different setting. How about this? You, me, and Bill Gates, 3 people are sitting in a same room. Think about it. What do you think the average salary will be? It'll be high, I tell you. It'll be like freaking millions. Hundreds of millions. You know why? Not because you make $1 million, not because I make $1 million. Freaking Bill Gates makes freaking gigantic billions. Our salary is not that high. Think about it. So this case right here is just a little less extreme version of that. The mean, the average value is very high compared to the median, the middle guy value. Meaning, freaking the expensive ones maybe are just way too freaking expensive. So I don't know, let's see. There are homes valued at close to each other? Definitely not. There are a few homes that are valued much less. No, it's the other way around. There are a few homes that are valued much more than the rest. Cut right here. And many of the homes between these two, absolutely not. C. Number 19. What is the median number of siblings for all students surveyed? So we want the median. So let's take a look at this. Questions 19 and 20 refer to the following information. 300 students at random from each of the two schools and ask whatever. There are a total of 2,400 students at Lincoln School and then 3,300 students at Washington School. Okay, so we want the median number of siblings for all the students surveyed. So we just want to look at these people. Now, median for all the students. Well, it's 300 here, so 300 here, so total of 600 students. So we want to look for somewhere in that 300 zone. AKA, if you were to line up all these 600 people in your head, just imagine this. Grab everybody and line them up from left to right in the order of least siblings to most siblings. That's what we're gonna do. So imagine that in your head. We're lining up all those 600 people in order of how many siblings they have. Let's go. 0 siblings, no sibling, only children. Well, how many of them? Total of 120 and 140, so total of 260. Are we at the median yet? No, because once again, out of the 600 people, it's probably about 300th guy that is my median, the very in the middle. So we're at 260. We're still not there yet. Let's go. So we're done with all the kids line up in the very left corner. All the 260 people who have 0 siblings, but we're not at the median just yet. We gotta go to our 300th guy. Well, let's look at the next part. So we have number of siblings, one sibling. And how many people is that? That's a total of 190. Check this out. After 260, so imagine like everybody, blah, and then the last one, this is 260. If you look at it, there's 80 people, or actually total of 190, let's just say. Another 190 right here. That guy, all the way till the last guy, and this is 190, let's just say. If you imagine, this is a 261st guy, this is a 262nd, 263rd, blah, and the 300th guy that we're looking for is probably somewhere over here. So that median guy, the median guy belongs to the blue group where they have 1 sibling. So what is the median number of siblings? 1 sibling, because our median guy is in that group, the 300th and 301st guy. Number 20, based on the survey data, which of the following most accurately compares the expected total number of students with 4 siblings at the 2 schools? Now, I want you guys to notice, we are on section 4, question number 20. Do you really think, looking at this 10 and 10, they're going to be the same? Absolutely, probably not. There must be a trap to it. That's way too easy to be true, isn't it? So if anybody ever circled A, man, y'all better know how to play this game better than that, right? It's probably the first choice I might want to get rid of. So let's see how we exactly do this. It looks like they're the same 10 and 10, but you have to understand this is only 300 people, and this is only 300 people from each of those 2 schools. But if you take a look, Lincoln School has a total of actually 2,400, and Washington School actually has 3,300. So if you think about it, this is that 10 is only representative out of the 300 people surveyed. So if we're talking about 2,400 people, which is basically times 8, then you might want to do times 8 on this guy too, and call this 80 right here. It's only 10 people who said they have 4 siblings, but if you want to make that out of a 2,400 people, you might want to multiply by 8, just like what you should do over here to this number as well. So for Lincoln, we want to call it 80. So 80 for Lincoln. And let's apply the same concept here for Washington. It's only 10 out of 300, but if you were to make that a representation of this entire 3,300 people at that school, then that basically is times 11. So you should do that times 11 here as well. And most likely we're looking at 110 people expected who would have 4 siblings at Washington School. So we are talking about 180 Washington. So compare these two, 80 Lincoln or 110 Washington. The difference is 30 more at Washington. So Lincoln is expected to be 30 more. The Washington is expected to be 30 more. Absolutely. 900 more. Goodbye. It should be C. This is the end of this video, and I will continue the rest of questions 21 through 38 in the next video.